All right, so there's a lot of update to be had. As you can see, the grass, the lawn is overgrown. I am sick. I've been sick for about a week now. Um, and that was as the heat wave was quote unquote abating. There's a lot that's happened, a lot that's off the cuff that I haven't recorded. I'll start over here. I did plant in ground the pomegranate tree. It was in its pot, and in the bottom of its pot there were some roots coming out, so I'm like, oh, it's time for me to put it in ground. I wasn't sure where to put it. This is where I ended up putting it. This is over here by this rose garden area. This is not really jutting out much from the other side of the area. It's kind of in line. There's some branches here that I'm probably going to cut off. I don't know if I should cut them off now or later, but it's like already leaning down. I don't know why. Regardless, I'm going to be trimming this up into a tree. I am at this point in time, and have been very slowly going around, just every time I see the burrs ripping it out of the root before it goes so crazy with the seed heads. But obviously I'm not going to get them all. But maybe over a couple years, it'll be a nice control, right? Today is like the second day in what's supposed to be about a week of rain. It's light up right now, so I'm doing what I can. I actually came out. Why did I come out? I came out, I think, initially to dance, and then that turned into weeding, and then that turned into, oh, let me go plant some things and go back inside. And then I've only planted so far a bunch of coleus. And I want to plant the dahlias and more coleus. The marigolds that are on the deck died. The heat wave, I wasn't watering enough, a bunch of reasons, blah, blah, blah. So I planted a bunch of coleus over here. The impatiens that I planted over here, dead, essentially. I thought some of them were alive, but then they died. It's not going to go up to high 90s anymore, like high 90s, but it's still going to be in the 90s, I think, and 80s. But there's a tropical depression that's passing through right now, so this is probably the best day for me to try and get stuff in. So yeah, I definitely want to come and like clear a lot of this out. Oh my gosh, with those more burrs, because already I feel like all these weeds are, you're out competing. I have to go get the hoe, because there's no way you're going to be out competing my abelia after. Oh my god. Okay, but this hydrangea is looking fantastic, and I want more hydrangeas over here in general. So, but that's so annoying. Wow, I gotta clean up over here. Let me go put this to charge in the meantime. So over here, ooh. I've been following my stories, but I have corn growing out of here. It's exciting. Corn over there. I don't know when it's done. That the hairs on that one are brown. Does that mean the corn is ready to pick? I have to look into that. I think by this time last year, I probably had a lot more zinnias. I'm not sure why. And I've been pulling up things and weeding things, and there's been a lot of things that are self-seeders, maybe outcompeted. And I know I have zinnia packs inside, so I'm thinking about self-sowing, but I feel like I had more zinnias. Surprisingly to me, like the only impatient that survived is the one in the most sun. What are we doing? What are we doing here? I maybe got to move that calla because she was doing fine and now she's dying. I'm going to take out some of those marigolds. I'm going to take out the marigolds around the arborvitae. There's a lot to do, and I'm going to try and do it before it picks up rain again, if it picks up rain again. So, okay. The rain picked up, but it's just more of like a heavy drizzle. I got a lot of things done. I weeded around the abelia, and I didn't realize how much the leaves had shriveled down. That's fine. I took more pine cones and mulched around it. After I weeded around, it wasn't even, but whatever. I probably need to come with more pine cones regardless. I don't have enough right now. Or a bag of mulch. I can also do that. Anyway, like 5:40 now, probably like maybe 2-3 hours after I was out here last. That doesn't sound right. I have to check. Anyway, I have another pile of sandburrs over here. Like I say, it's not even there, but I pulled back a lot of the weeds. I don't really have, exposing all the bare soil just leaves more space for any sandburrs to pop up, and I don't want that to be the case either. So I hope you do something, I guess. I did pull back some of the cones from there. I'll probably pull them back some more this way. There's a lot of marigolds over here. I could probably just thin those out as well. Yeah. I also don't have to thin them out. I could, but I also don't have to. So, because at some point marigolds were, my favorite flower. I mean, I still love them, but they're just so prolific. But over there were certain things. Oh, Over here were certain things, certain spots. So in this little garden bit over here, as a whole, don't have a lot of organic material. It's a lot of just like weed and sand. You know, let things grow where they grow until I build this up, which will be over a couple years. But you know, ants, girl. Anyway, back over here because all the dahlias I've been growing, they were looking leggy. And it's like you've already been exposed to the temperature, so you should be fine temperature-wise. So let me put you in ground. So I put a pack of 3 over here, and the rest I have mixed in the front bed. We'll see how they take or not, if they get eaten by ants or not, blah, blah, blah or not. So, yeah. I need so many pavers and or rocks. I want this curving pathway, but like I don't have anything to replace this with right now. If I get a couple of pavers, I'll probably put them right there and just put them on top. Let that bake into the ground. I did some of the yarrow that was over here. I guess it wasn't as deep as it should have been, so it kind of was like tilted over. Anyway, I had been thinking about weeding over here, but I want to thin out the sweet William and let it get a bit thicker first, and then put it over here. I gotta check the temperature because maybe today is the best. No, the William is still kind of small, so I don't know. I don't think I have anything else over here to do today. I replaced the marigolds in the planter boxes, and most of them, because not all of them were dead. I replaced most of them with coleus. I need one more coleus because I was missing one in one of the boxes. I'm thinking I might move around the coleus that's in the doghouse greenhouse, so that the rest can get bigger and whatnot. And that's pretty much it, and I'm just going to show what I did. All right, so water from rain, I don't really care because we've been in a heat wave, so I'll just let it be. I'm pretty much done with it this season, I think. Although I did see that pumpkin patch season is goes to July maybe, so maybe I want to start a pumpkin patch. A lot of things in here. I guess which one? Okay, this one for over there. All right. Can you leave me alone, please? I'm not going to be petting you. He keeps following me around like I'm going to pet him and just relent. I'm not. This cardboard concrete thing is weighing things down nicely. It seems to be disappearing. I don't know how. I need rocks, and then I need to pour a thick concrete sludge. Those are just this spray on the concrete. I planted 5 of 6 basil. They're right behind the lavender. There's still space to walk behind them if I want to. Probably presumably in between them or even just over them. I don't think they'll get that tall. One of them was already flowering, so I put the 6th one over here just because I didn't like where I might have put it. It would have been uneven to my eye. So this is 5 in between the 6 spaces, essentially. So yeah, over here we've got the 3 dahlias, a basil, and let me snap off the bottom shoots to try and promote growth. Ugh. Okay. I didn't wire anything. The rain is on and off, so I'm hoping that the rain will just come and do that. I took some of the beans inside. I asked my mother if she thinks they're ready. She's like, yeah. So I'm going to get the other ones. I was going to actually start doing some things with the coleus and fluium, but it seems like it's maybe going to pick up rain again, so I want to make sure I get that done first, and then I can just put around with other stuff. Still a bunch of weeds to get to. Oh my god. What happened to the potatoes? They got eat up. And the lettuce too? Well, okay. Well, I guess that bed is essentially yeah, and these are about done because even the leaves are fading away. My goodness. What's the life cycle here? I think I brought 3 inside. There's a bunch on this front one. I don't know which one this is. This is leaning over from one of them. Okay. I can't really say, I this many pods per plant, but I say maybe 5-ish. First of all, weed in my way, impeding growth, competing for nutrients. Girl, Are these look a little less done? No, these also maybe are like the same done actually. Okay, anyway. On the one hand, they were all essentially planted at the same time, so they should all be done around the same time. But that's obviously not how things work. For whatever reason, the ones on the inside are super like prolific. They're kind of like, I want to say sticky. I guess everything is sticky. Maybe that's just the weather. That's probably just the weather. Anyway, I don't know if I want to take out everything, but like, yeah. I think I will. Probably not the small ones that are curling. Those, for whatever reason, to me, don't look done. Those are like, we're still forming. We're still, so not necessarily this. I mean, I guess I could leave this one. But like everything else seems to be relatively straight. So the ones that are still like curled, I think for now I'll leave, unless they're super huge. I can't even get in here. Gosh. Hello. Okay, well, these are big, so that doesn't count by that rule. Ooh. Okay, is this a marigold over here? Something over here, I don't even know. Why is this bean so huge? Like, look at this. Okay. Next time I do this, I'm just doing it along the border. Maybe like an L shape, but not this grid pattern, because this is ridiculous. I'm not trying to step in there. There's a couple in there left, so I don't know if I should just take everything off now, because it's like, who's going to eat a couple later? But, okay. I was just about to walk over here. I don't know what, is this a watermelon? This is something over here. Okay, to keep in mind. So I kind of want to, I don't really know what else I can do separate wise out here. Like, a couple in here. I guess I can thin some of these cells out. Put that somewhere. I don't even know where though. It's like in one. I don't really have anywhere to put these yet, so this is one big one. You know what? I guess I'll take this one for the. No, I think I found one already. Yeah, I did find one already for the thing. I guess I'll try and put some up in the front, and we'll see if they take. I'll take this big one and see if it takes. Hopefully it does. That'd be nice. All right, so I moved a couple around, not too many. And there weren't as many multiple seedlings and cells as I thought there were. But I did move, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 over here. So we'll see if these take and what not to do. I think the last thing I want to do today is, at least outside, is transplant the snapdragons. I'm over here thinking it's like 7:30, almost 8 something, and that it's time for me to go inside. I've been out here so long. It's only 6:30 something, 6:40. But I am out here doing work and my leg is shaking, so I think I need to go inside and eat. I don't think if I go inside now, I'm not coming back out. So this might be about it. I do really want to get the snapdragons up though. Anyway, I've been pulling a bunch of this out, a bunch of this type of weed out. I don't know what it is. And I didn't get everything. But I got a lot, and so it'll break down. I'll probably come out here whatever day this week. It's not supposed to rain or it doesn't rain. That's probably when I'll do work next. Oh, God. I did put in, there's just one, I think maybe two coleus. Let me flip this over too, because these had some, the other one had some maggots, so that'll at least add to the soil. Yeah. Okay. So hungry. These are not all of them. I put a good handful over here. I was going to put some more over there, but I'm really hungry. I feel like I'm about to faint. So I'm going to call this it for today. I moved not a lot. I moved like 3 zinnias over here from the side behind the house. So zinnias, impatient, the fig tree. This is one of the peonies. It's not doing so well, but it's just going to serve at the moment as like a weight. I moved a bunch of marigolds. Probably those marigolds in with the calla I'm going to put in the ground. I don't want to do it now, but I'm so hungry. You know what? Maybe I'll come right back out. I don't know. I think any other day, this is a normal day. Or rather, if I was in a normal state, I would probably just come back out, go inside, eat, come back out. But being that I'm sick and hungry, no. I'm going inside for now. Oh, I forgot. I gotta remember the beans. Yeah. I don't remember all that I did out here. I don't. But over here, I did put 5 vinca in the ground. Self-seeded vinca, of course. Over here, I hope this doesn't kill the whole plant. It might, but hopefully it doesn't. Because this is it already. I did break this because it seemed to be pushing this back. So I broke this. Yeah. I did put in somewhere over there 2, I think 1 on each side. Or maybe 2 of them in there. I did put in 2 sprigs of Cuban oregano that I've been keeping outside, and they were just really rooted up, so I put them in there in the ground, in the sand. I did take some more, put one over here and one over here, and hopefully with the rain and whatnot, we'll see if it roots. I usually always just root them in water and then transplant, so this straight soil transplantation, I guess we'll see. Let me move some soil around it, I guess. Yeah, because I don't know what that's about, friend. Ugh. Okay. And over here too. Maybe yeah. I don't know what that's about, friend. Hopefully it takes, and I can just have a lot of herbage over here. So yeah, around the arborvitae is nothing there now. The corn. Let's see. I don't know. So this is one of the zinnias I put. It's already really branching, and it was growing small where it was for whatever reason. That's interesting. More zinnias are coming up, but slowly. That's that sedum that's, comparatively small, but we still love her. The 2 elephant ears, funnily enough, wilted down with the heat wave, but they're coming back. Some portulaca. Here's one. I put 1 dahlia there. I put 1 there where the pomegranate had been. And, okay, I don't know why this is happening, but now I went over here. So let's just write. I don't know what that's about, but okay. Okay. This is such a cute little view, right? I put a bunch of, again, self-seeded vinca around the mandevilla. Yeah, so pretty. I did put 1, 2, 3 dahlias over here. I think that's all I put over here. Yeah. So I have the small orange marigolds, and we have the African giant marigolds, and I don't really like those so much, but I do try and look out for them to put them around. So I'll probably take that. Maybe I'll leave it. Maybe I'll leave it this year. I don't know. The geranium is growing, slowly but growing. Maybe it needs to be fertilized. I also want to take this out. I desperately want to replace this with pavers. I don't have that money during this non-4 for $5 sale. But the spearmint is doing great. The vinca is coming through. Yeah.